Hey everybody, so I wanted to do an update on my plants, my imported plants. So it's just going to be both the Equiflora order as well as my Hoya order. So again, this is like the container that they've all been living in. I have it upstairs with my grow light. I had like a, sorry, my dog's gonna be running around. I had a thermometer or whatever reading, and it said it was about 19 to 21 Celsius in this box at all times, and 99% humidity. I don't know how accurate that is, but it seems like it's pretty accurate because I put two different ones in there and they both said the same thing. So yeah, here you can see all my plants, and I'm gonna set you up and go through them all and see what has rooted and kind of go over what has died for me. There have been a couple that haven't made it already. Yeah. Okay, so keeping it in here. So I've had the lid on pretty much all the time. Every couple of days I would take it off for about 20-30 minutes. I don't know if that did anything. And I haven't had to water it yet. I think it's been just over 3 weeks, and like I spoke through them, like, and it's usually it's still pretty wet every time I've gone through them. The Hoyas I would be watering probably around now. Like if I'm going to be putting them back in, I will probably water them, but yeah, depending on the what the roots look like, I might just pot some of them. But yeah, let me set you up and then I will go through and look through all the roots with you guys. So this first one is for Bessie Dakii. So I'll bring it up here. I'm pretty sure this root I left on. It does, yeah, I'm sure, I think this is the root that I left, this one over here. But it does look like it has some new growth. So that's good. And then it for sure has new growth on here. These little perlite guys. It's hard to see them, but there's, yeah, some new growth there, so that's great. Okay, so this one I'm gonna pot up since it has a bit of roots. Just because for me it's easier to keep everything in soil. I find it easier for myself. I don't want to get any soil in this stuff because I can reuse it. we go. Where's my first guy? So, yeah, I'm probably going to leave them upstairs near the grow light still. But yeah, at least they'll be in pots with some soil. For me, I just find that everything does a little bit better with soil. I'm not the best with like perlite and everything. I just would, or like transferring it from different mediums. So I'll just put it all in soil right away and it'll be a bit easier for me. So the next one I'll do is this Sigilladus, Hoya Sigilladus. So this one I think I'm going to leave in perlite a little bit longer and put it in a little bit more. So all I have are these little guys over here. This I think I kept on, but you can see it's rotted away. So I'm just going to snip this off and put it back in perlite and leave it in the humidity a little longer. I'm going to put it in like a little bit further just because these aerial roots that are a little bit higher seem like they had a little bit of new growth, so maybe that might encourage it a little bit more. I'll go through my Hoya calistophylla long leaves. So I only have 2 left. I have this guy, actually I have 3. So I have this guy, my big one, hopefully you saw that, my big one. And then I have one on my windowsill that I'll show you in a minute. I had a third one that had 1 leaf, but that one died recently when I was checking them. And then I had like the ones that were just like the, I don't know, the runners, I guess. I don't know, the stems, and they didn't take, so I just threw those out. So this guy just has the 1 little root, so I will put this one back as well. And then, yeah, like I said, I will be watering all these guys after I'm done, right before I put them back in the propagation box. And then here's my second long leaf calistophylla. This one too doesn't have too much for roots, just this here, but I'm not going to take this piece of perlite off. And I don't know, kind of see underneath there. Maybe there, I don't know, you can kind of see there a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this one in perlite as well. Hopefully it gets a little bit more. Oops, this leaf just fell off. I kind of had a feeling because it was a little bit brown here, I kind of had a feeling it was going to fall off. That's fine. Maybe we'll get some new growth coming out from there. Okay, so this is the one. This is my water one that I've been keeping on the ledge. Looks good. I don't know. No really new growth here. Maybe like at the ends it looks like it might, something might start coming through there. So hopefully something gives with this one. I'm gonna keep it in the water and down here because it's doing fine. Okay, and then my last Hoya that just fell out of here is my Hoya fungii. So this too had a leaf that fell off. And this looks gross here. Yeah, so this one has actually quite nice roots. I really didn't think this was gonna make it, but it's got nice roots. And I'm gonna plant this one as well. So yeah, hopefully that'll help it a little bit. So then these last two are from part of my tropicals order. My first one, which is why I'm doing this update because I could see like the roots. I'll bring it closer. You can see the roots on this are just going crazy, and I'm so happy because this is like one of my wish list plants and it's so pretty. So I wanted to take it out of the humidity box because the leaves were getting quite wet, and like just because of like the dampness in there. So I didn't want it to get any damage because these leaves are like literally perfect. So I thought I would plant this one. So this is my first time actually having an anthurium. So I'm a little bit worried, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's okay. Yeah, these roots look so good. I forgot I had a piece of this trunk on here. Yeah, so I watched a few different videos on like what kind of soil anthuriums like, and they like very airy soil. So I added a lot of cocoa husk and perlite to my Pro Mix bag, and hopefully that'll be enough for it. So I'll just show you the roots on here. So yeah, they're quite well growing. So I'm going to leave all this perlite on there because it's not going to be a huge deal. And then I think I saw that they don't like the soil being like super tight. Like they just like it loose, like very loosely packed. So I'm gonna try and not push it down as much as I usually do. I'm gonna leave it like that. There's that one. So pretty. I love that leaf, and I love how it like just hangs over so perfectly. I have liked this experience of propagating in the perlite. I have found that it was so easy, and I feel like I like it because I can also reuse this perlite in the future, so I don't feel like I'm wasting it. Yeah, and everything has been rooting really well. Like all the things that I expected to root have rooted. So yeah, I'm really happy with it. And then this one is my Philodendron gloriosa, which is so pretty. And it's got like just one little root. But it's doing well. It's trying. I think I'm gonna cut this leaf off just so it can send up energy because there's a new leaf coming, I see. I'm just gonna cut that off. And yeah, so here is my one root. I think I'm gonna leave this one in the humidity a little bit longer as well. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this one's going, just because I did cut it off that chunk, so I wasn't sure how it was gonna come out, but it's doing really well as well. I think though I am gonna put it a little bit lower into the perlite because the new growth is coming out a little bit more, which it wasn't at first. Okay, hopefully that'll be a little bit better for this one. It's a little bit lower, so I'll keep that one like that. And then my last guy, so I did end up taking the chunk. I found a clear container and I put it in the perlite. I don't know what to expect with this thing, what to look for. Other than this is it. So I'll put it back in and maybe we'll get something. If we don't, we don't. It's not rotting or anything yet, so I'll leave it in there, see what happens. This is still wet, so I'm going to leave this one alone, and then I'll water the rest of them and put them back in my prop box and leave it for a little while longer and keep checking in every once in a while. But thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you found something helpful in this and hope you enjoyed this. Thanks again. Bye.